up? It's your girl Jamoah, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Jamoah Speaks. I am so excited for my next guest on today's episode. She is a talented, beautiful woman. Not only does she have her own catering business, she's a registered nurse and she runs a nonprofit. Like, she's superwoman, I'm telling you guys. So I'm so honored to have her in the kitchen with me today. So without further ado, help me in welcoming the beautiful and talented Alexis Phillips.
Hello, hi. I'm Alexis Phillips, as she said.
Yes.
I am the owner and head chef at Eat Along With Lex, LLC. You can find us on Instagram at Eat Along With Lex, Facebook at Eat Along With Lex. The website is also www.eatalongwithlex.com.
Yes. No, you're fine.
Okay, so today we're gonna make nice salmon, blackened salmon with Rasta pasta. It's an easy dish. Anyone can make it. We're gonna do a little bit instructions. And stay tuned.
I'm so excited. Honestly, Alexis, like, you know what's funny, because I love me some Rasta pasta, but you know, I just always feel like I don't have the right ingredients, you know, so today is gonna be fun. Yes, she's gonna teach you, she's gonna teach me, she's gonna teach all of us how to make a bomb Rasta pasta. Salmon. So let's get started. So we have our salmon here.
We have our salmon that's already been cleaned. I cleaned mine with
some, come on now, that's right.
Okay, and then we have the ingredients for the cream, which we're gonna do some cream. Also with the cheese.
Awesome.
And we're gonna season the cream. We have our peppers, because a lot of people put, you know, different kind of bell peppers in their Rasta pasta.
Right.
And so stay tuned.
Yes, let's get into it. Okay, so first let's start with our peppers. We're just gonna cut them like so. And while we're cooking and all that, I definitely wanna pick your brain, because I feel like you have honestly done so much, and I feel like you really are an inspiration, like hands down. Like, I don't know how you do it. Like, she's a registered nurse, runs a nonprofit, and on top of that has a catering business. Like, are you real?
Like, I'm managing day by day. It's not easy, but you know.
So how did you get started? Like, was this something you always wanted to do, like cooking, or?
Oh, well, actually, no.
Really?
This was not a dream of mine at all. As you know, like you said, I was in school to become a nurse. I graduated in 2014, so it's been some time doing the nursing thing now.
Right.
But last year, okay, let's just have a little backstory, right?
Yes.
So, as a young Ghanaian lady, you know, we're all taught to cook at home. I was a very stubborn child. I've changed.
I'm telling you, her parents, look at her now.
I was a very stubborn child. I wasn't one of those that wanted to, like, be in the kitchen.
Right. No, I feel you.
I wasn't one of those that wanted to be in the kitchen.
Right.
So,
wait, before we start, am I cutting this? Because I'm just cutting it like this.
it's fine.
Okay. Look, everybody how they cut, you know.
It's everybody and how they cut.
That's
but
true.
as long as the pepper is good, it's fresh.
Exactly.
It doesn't really matter.
So yes, your story.
So, you know, living at home, I wasn't into the whole cooking thing, but I left the house at 24. I'm 29 now.
Oh wow.
So it's been some time since I left the house.
Right.
And like, it was getting expensive eating out. It was getting really expensive.
Especially in New York.
Oh my god.
Like, seriously?
New York is like so expensive.
No, seriously, you've done well.
So I was like, you know what? All the food that I'm eating outside, let me just make it in the house. So it's more of experimenting.
Right.
So for those years, in the beginning, it was like experimenting, year after year.
Right.
And then every time I would cook something, I would post it on Instagram.
Right.
I would post it on Instagram and like, oh my god, you know, people would make their comments.
Yes.
So last year, October, I posted chicken and waffles, and like a few people wrote me.
I remember, I actually did see that.
So a few people wrote me and was like, oh, deliver to me. And I'm like,
oh,
I don't have to. Like, I'm in school. Like,
right.
So, you know, it was like 5 orders that I was like, nah, if I'm going to put myself out there,
That's
like, let me make it look real.
Yes, exactly.
So I hit one of my friends up and I was like, hey, can you make me a logo? And all this happened while I was on a fast.
Wow, you see how
so
God works.
I was fasting. I was doing a 21-day fast. In October, and October 14th, I woke up, like maybe, mind you, I work at night, so I'm not even a morning person.
Right.
I woke up early morning around like 8 a.m. And it was like, God told me to just make an Instagram.
Wow.
So I wrote my sister, and I wrote my boyfriend, like, hey, give me a name. So nobody gave me a name because everybody was busy this morning.
Wow.
People were going to work. So I googled some names and I was like, Eat Along With Lex. That's it. That's it. So that's how the whole name came about. And I made sure, like on Instagram, nobody.
That was gonna say too, right? Like, what somebody else?
I made sure nobody had that name on Instagram.
Right,
I'm
right.
like, oh my god, if somebody has that name, I'll be dead. So I made sure no one had that name, and then I just stuck with it. Eventually, you know, I decided to do my paperwork and things.
Yes. That is so inspiring, and I think that's a real good test to also like just your obedience to God, right? Like, because at the end of the day, I feel like we all have things that we want to do and things that we probably don't even know we're good at, but then God can give you a prompting, right?
Exactly.
And sometimes it's like, wait, but I don't know if I should even do this. Am I qualified to do it? What are people gonna say? Even this, right? People can be like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you take a risk, right?
It
You have
was
to
a
do
risk.
it.
It was a complete risk, and like in the year, a lot has happened. Like, I'm just grateful to God.
Amen.
You know?
Clearly, we can tell she's a chef because mine over here is looking like, you know, in class when they say color and. Listen, the food gonna taste good, but I might not have the aesthetic and all that, you know. But
It's gonna be just
you know, it's good. This is real top chef. I'm apprentice. Okay, so now that we have our peppers cut, so what are we gonna do next?
So now we're gonna head over to the stove.
Perfect.
We got our olive oil. I like to use olive oil for health purposes.
Yes, we love that. We love to stay healthy. Even with like friends or family, because there's some people that may be watching and they feel like, well, you know, I feel like I'm not gonna have time to do anything, or like, you know, like how do you run a nonprofit and you run this space? Like, how does that even, like, how do you balance it? Or do you feel like sometimes you feel burnt out, or do you feel like I just have to say no? Like, you know,
most times, well, not most times, I would say, depending on what it is. You know, you can't say yes to everything.
Yes,
You're just one person.
Exactly.
And you just have to prioritize what's important.
Right.
So that's all about it. I wouldn't say it's too difficult, but that just comes with experience.
Exactly. And even when you started, so like, I'm sure you're getting so many orders. It's the holiday season. Like, there's so many things happening. So, like, how do you honestly, like when the demand comes, like, do you just feel like, okay, like, I just, like, how does that whole process work? If someone's watching and they want to book you, yes, they can go to your page and everything, but do you come up with the menu, or?
Okay, so with menu, like, let's say you book me, we curate the menu together. So if you want to message me or email me and you say, hey, I have a party on 31st or whatever. I would say, what are your guest preferences? What are your dislikes? What are your allergy concerns? And then we curate a menu together, because I find that my clients like that. Instead of saying, here, this is what you can choose from, and that's it.
That's
you know, people have different allergies. People don't always want to eat the same thing.
That's true.
Especially if they cook at home. So it's just like, for me, I find it best to curate and personalize a menu with my clients.
And I think that's actually pretty different, because when you go to the restaurant, you really can't do that, right? So like cooking with Lex is a whole experience. Like, you get a chance to like customize the menu, tailor it, have her come do it. Like, it's a whole experience. It's not just like food. It's more than that.
Yes, we try to make it very personable, fun, and enjoyable for you, your guests.
That is so awesome. I saw you did something even like Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Like it's such a cute, like intimate thing that I feel like who wouldn't want to have a private chef come in?
Oh yeah.
You know, like
I had a private chef for Valentine's Day too, and I would just say, like, being on the other end of things, it was really enjoyable, just sitting, relaxing, and you know the pandemic hit, so at that point in time, we couldn't really go out like that.
Right.
So it's a luxury experience.
Yes.
Totally luxury.
Yes.
But it's very enjoyable.
Yes, I agree. I so see, and I cannot wait to get my.
Oh, you will,
girl. You know, I'm saying.
You will.
And another thing I want to know too is just to like kind of inspire our viewers, because your story is so inspiring, and I think you know both of us being Ghanaian and living in the New York City area, our parents are proud. But honestly, I think you know it is a lot of pressure sometimes, and I do feel like people. They only see what's on Instagram, right? They only see what's on social media, but they don't really see the hard work and the failures and the like, you know, there's so much that people, they just see the glitz and the glam, and they think they know you, or they think that they, you know, they can say, oh, it's easy for her, but you know, you don't really know what someone is going through. So for you, how do you even deal with maybe comparison culture, like other things that we sometimes, you know, we don't talk about, but people are all going through, we're all human, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the oldest child, so it can be very difficult with all the pressures you know, you're dealing with. But with the whole comparison culture, I try to ignore it.
Yes.
You know, I just find it best to just turn the left cheek kind of thing.
Yes. Yes.
And, you know, everybody's path is different.
Amen.
So I try not to be like, oh, why am I not like this friend?
Right.
Or why am I like this friend?
Right.
Because today you're here, tomorrow you're there. Tomorrow you're here, tomorrow, you know, like, so you just, I personally just find it best not
true.
to.
That is
luckily, I was raised by my mom. So
right.
luckily my mom did not give me too much stress with the whole comparison culture. It was just more so, listen, you're the oldest child, set an example for your sister.
Yes.
Make sure you do great.
Yes.
God forbid, you know, she passes now. You're able to take care of your sister.
Amen.
And you know, I have 2 other siblings. So
wow.
It's no joke.
No, it's real. No, it's reality. And I love what you said. Oh yeah, let's make sure our food is good. It's good, y'all. I love that you said that too, because I think, you know, I always say what's for you is for you. What God has for you. Like somebody can say, oh, I don't want to do this because everyone's doing it. But people may like what you're doing aside from everyone else. So if you focus so much on the noise and what everybody's doing, I feel like God knows what He's called you to do. Not everybody may like it. And this may not be everyone's cup of tea. That's okay. But there's going to be people who actually gravitate to what you're doing. Are waiting for you to start something like this. Like, oh my God, thank God Lexi started this, because now we can put, you know what I mean? Like, she's somebody that I would love to support. And you don't really see a lot of people your age doing it and all, you know what I mean? So it's like, honestly, kudos to you, for real.
Oh, thank you.
Kudos to you, girl. So,
okay, so we're gonna add some of our seasoning in this.
Yes.
Salmon, as you know, fish is from the sea, so it already has some salt, so we're not gonna add that. We're gonna add some lemon pepper in here.
Yes.
Add a little bit of black pepper. I don't like to use too much seasoning for my salmon.
Right, because it already, you know,
it's gonna do what it do.
It's gonna do what it do.
Add some garlic. This is garlic and parsley.
Awesome.
You can add a little bit of soul food seasoning, just a tiny bit, because it has salt.
Right, and we don't want to add too much to it.
Exactly. You know, we're trying to stay on our
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We are getting ready for 2022 summer
2022 summer
2022 summer body. We're prepping now.
All right, you want to season it?
Yes. Okay.
So you just, you know, use a little.
I'm gonna do my little salt baby. Hey! Awesome. There we go. Flip it over. Marinate. And I really like the fact that it's a very, like, again, like this would not take that much time.
You love to see it.
Yes.
Like women in the kitchen. Right?
Exactly. And they say we don't know how to cook.
I know.
But now some of the guys really know how to cook. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's like a thing for men to cook.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Not saying that only women know how to cook, but like there's some. I'm like, nah, they put me to shame.
Men are doing it.
They're doing it. Shout out to the men out there.
Shout out to the men out there. Yeah, we can take all the seasoning.
Okay.
And get it all in there.
Yes. We don't want
We don't want nothing left.
Nothing. Ooh, it smells so good. Okay, so now that we have our salmon seasoned and we have our stuff on the stove, we're gonna play a quick game of this or that. So Matthew's gonna help us. He's gonna just randomly say some questions. I don't even know what the questions are, so he's gonna ask us would we rather this or that, and we're gonna write down our responses as to what. Look, I'm already dropping things. We're gonna write down our responses and just kind of like to get to know each other, for you guys to get to know us, all that good stuff. So, all right, here's our little Sharpie. So Matthew, take it away. What's the first question?
First question?
And we're gonna write it down. So we're not gonna say it out.
First question.
Yes.
Don't cheat.
I'm not cheating.
All right. Would you rather eat jollof rice or wache?
Okay.
Okay, on the count of 3, we're gonna flip it. 1, 2, 3. I said wache. Yo, you know what? Honestly, I love jollof rice, but you know, actually, it depends. Ooh, let me put a slash. You know what? Like, wache really be giving me, but it has to be like a nice spicy.
Yeah.
Like, I just can eat it all the time, but then jollof too, you can't go wrong with that. So.
For me, with wache, I'm not crazy for beans.
Oh, okay, that's true. That's
just
true.
messes me up with beans.
And for those who don't know, wache is like it's like rice and beans type of a mixed thing. It's a Ghanaian
version.
Exactly. All right, so that's we're different on that.
Yes.
What's the next one?
Next question. Yes. Would you rather travel the world with your friend or solo?
Ooh. Dang, wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's a good too.
Friend.
You know, I always said I did want to do like a solo trip, but I don't think I'm at that level yet.
Oh,
like,
I've done it once.
Oh, you have? Where'd you go?
So pre-pandemic, right? 1 week before the pandemic hit, I went to New Orleans by myself.
Oh, I always wanted to go there too.
It was just like out of nowhere. I just got out of a relationship, and I was like, you know, at that point in time, I thought I was ready to marry.
Oh yes.
So I was like, oh, this is my time to find myself. Let's start over. Let me learn who I am.
That's so important.
And so I went for like a weekend, and like, you know, traveling with friends is not easy with everyone's schedule.
That's true.
So I didn't really want to go alone, but nobody wanted to go with me.
Right.
So I was like, fine.
Deuces.
So it was an enjoyable experience. That was my first time eating at a restaurant by myself.
Oh my, right.
My first time I went to the club.
Oh my God.
It was Ghana Independence.
Oh.
So I was determined to find like an African. So I like went on Instagram and hashtags like Africans in New Orleans.
Oh, that is so cool.
And it was crazy. It was like, I was scared in the beginning. It's like, oh my God, what if I just couldn't?
Right. Like, does anybody know where I am? But I think it's also very empowering too. Right?
Oh, it was empowering.
Do that, and like, I think it's important for people also to do things by yourself. You know what I mean? Like, enjoy that time.
Enjoy their company. I mean,
like that.
I live by myself, so I grocery shop by myself.
Yes.
But in terms of eating them by myself, that was.
Of course, that's a whole other type.
That was a different experience. I felt like people were watching me.
Right. Like, is she waiting for someone? No. Me and the Holy Spirit. Me and the Holy Spirit. That's it. That's good. Awesome. Right. So what's the next question?
Next question. Would you rather get back together with one of your exes or take a pay cut?
Ooh.
Take a what?
A pay cut.
Get back together one of your exes or take a pay cut. Show my money.
Right. Okay, I don't think we even had to
pay cut. Cut that money. Because you're an ex for a reason.
We never moved back in money.
No. Oh, I like that. We don't.
Forward ever. That's my African.
Yes.
Forward ever, backward never. If you're Ghanaian, you would understand.
Yes.
But I mean, money loss is okay because there's obviously several ways to make money.
Exactly.
It's okay. We'll get it back.
Exactly. Awesome. So what's the next question?
Would you rather do what you love or what pays more?
I think we said the same thing. Yeah. All the writing.
Do what you love.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like doing what you love, honestly, even if it may not pay that much, you love it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hate the fact that you have to be at a job or something. And some people have that where they don't love it, but they need to make money. Mm-hmm. But I feel like doing what you love can end up giving you the money that you want. Look what you're doing. You know what I mean?
If you put your full heart into it, like I always say, like if money wasn't a factor, a lot of us won't be doing what we're doing. But at the end of the day, money is super important.
Exactly.
You literally need money to survive.
Right.
So
that is so true.
But I wish we could all do what we love and all make the money from doing what we love. But sometimes it's not that easy.
That's true. And sometimes you have to do what you don't love in order to, like, you know, save up to do what you really want to do. So
sacrifice.
Exactly, sacrifice. And I'm sure our parents did that.
Oh yes.
And, you know, it's a whole thing. So that's true. So the next question.
Alright, next question. Netflix or YouTube?
Oh.
What did you say?
YouTube!
Yes!
Period.
I'm not a movie person.
No, I don't even have Netflix. I have to borrow people's account. I don't care.
YouTube. I can watch vlogs, travel vlogs.
Me too. I legit love YouTube. I mean, obviously you guys are watching us on YouTube. But no, seriously, YouTube for the win. I just feel like you can learn so much. Like, I would take YouTube, honestly, if I didn't have to have Instagram and all that. I would take YouTube any day because I feel like you can learn something. You can like do different vlogs. Like it's more educational. I don't know.
Yes.
I think
I learned so much from YouTube. I learned how to do makeup. I learned how to cut some stuff on YouTube. I learned how to make certain dishes on YouTube.
Right.
YouTube is fun. It's educational. Like I use it for traveling purposes. I use it for everything.
Exactly.
Netflix is fun, but it's
I feel like you may watch the same things. And
and you kind of have to like find or be in tune with what to watch. And that's just, there's so many options.
Yes.
YouTube, you can be subscribed to particular people, you watch them, and you're good to go.
That's true.
So it's YouTube for me.
That's true, me too. All right, so last question, and then we are going to put everything, I see our pasta boiling, and we're going to season our food, so that's the last question for us, and then we'll wrap up our game.
The most important characteristic in a partner for you, would you rather an intelligent partner or a funny partner?
Ooh,
options.
Oh, I know. Like, can we just merge them together?
Yeah, because I don't like boring.
This or that.
Oh, this or that. Oh my God. Oh. Dang, this one is really hard. Me too.
I don't have the patience.
I learned to appreciate nerds. Like,
Oh
I'm like,
my
yo, you a nerd? Oh, you cute. No.
This is tough.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna go with, even though it's really bad.
I said intelligent. Intelligent.
I know.
Yes. I feel like if it's in a partner, you can balance each other
That's
out.
true.
I have my funny ways. I'm
true.
very much a character in
Yes.
relationships.
Yes.
So, you know, I can bring it out of you.
That's true.
That's how I
true.
feel.
That's true. I do feel like, honestly, intelligent, that does make sense. But then, you know, when some people are just so, like, books, but, like, they can't even laugh. It's like, why are you laughing? It's like, hey. But honestly, in a perfect world, we want them both. Like, I love smart guys, funny guys, too, so. And God-fearing. Like,
God-fearing is
the number one.
At least for us.
Yes, for us, for real. So
Yes.
that was fun. Thank you, Alexis, for playing.
Oh,
all right, so
that
now
was
we're going to
fun.
So you guys get to learn a little bit more about us. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game. So now we're going to get back to our food. And we'll be wrapping up soon. So we're going to eat.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now we're putting in that heavy cream. I know some of you guys are like, but the heavy cream really does help make the Rasta pasta. And for those that are vegan, you can also do it without the, dairy-free cream. So right now we're putting in the salmon. We used a bit of butter. Butter really helps the salmon give it its nice texture. And as you can see, it's looking delicious as it's cooking, and we definitely season that. Right now we're adding in the mozzarella cheese. I mean, you can use any cheese you want, but for today's episode, we used mozzarella cheese, and we also did use pepper jack cheese as well. So you just want to sprinkle a little bit in there. Let it cook. Yummy. So right now, Alexis is flipping over the salmon. As you can see, it is really, really cooking really well. It gives it that nice color. It's looking a nice little burnt, and that's what we like, okay? You wanted a nice little, you don't want no pink salmon. We gotta see that. You see that flip? Come on, girl, with the wrist. That is definitely adding the flavor. So she's just taking the butter, like it creates its own little sauce, and she is flipping that right on it, so it's nice and juicy and it is not dry. We do not want dry salmon. So right now what we are about to do is we're actually going to season the concoction, and shout out to Jamaica, bop bop bop. We used a very nice spicy jerk seasoning, which is what we're going to add at the end. But right now we are going to mix in different seasonings, which is the Cajun seasoning, lemon, pepper, black pepper, paprika, garlic seasoning, and I'm going to make sure to link all of this in the description so you guys can check it out. But yeah, you can, I mean, again, this is how we did it, but you can use the seasoning that works best. But we just know that these seasonings really complement each other with the Rasta pasta. So we're just adding a little bit more of that to give it that nice flavor. Right now we're adding our paprika. Love some paprika. We're just going to stir it in together. Right, so that's our cheese and our milk. Again, if you are lactose, you can definitely use an alternative to the milk and cheese. There are a lot of dairy-free options. And right now, we're adding our peppers. Look at that color. I just love a good color in my food. So we made sure to add that in there. Next, we're adding in our penne pasta. So the pasta has already been cooked, and we are adding that into our concoction. Yep, so you can just put that all in there and just let it cook nice. So we added that all in there, and trust me, we made sure to have a lot of leftovers. So don't worry about that. Oh, my favorite part. We are now adding in the jerk seasoning, y'all. And Matthew wanted it real spicy, so we added in that third scoop, okay? But it's so good. So you can obviously tailor it to your spicy needs. Some of you guys can't handle 3, so you can put in like 2 spoons if you can, and then you just stir that all up in there. The jerk seasoning really takes it up a notch, and that really gives it that good Rasta pasta taste. Awesome. Right now it's the moment of truth.
It's hot.
Okay, we are gonna try it. Look at this. It's giving,
quick and
y'all.
easy.
It's giving.
Meal for anyone.
Yes.
For those that don't even know how to cook.
Exactly. So
all right,
let's try this.
Dig in.
No, this. Yo, this tastes so good. And the flavor. No.
Delicioso.
This?
Delicioso.
This is so good. Alexis, thank you so much.
No problem.
Honestly,
No problem.
You're amazing. Guys, you have to book Alexis. I'm gonna make sure to add her Instagram, her website, everything in the description. So you guys can host your next event with Alexis because she is gonna hook y'all up.
You're gonna eat good.
Eat good. We hope you guys love this episode. As always, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
See you next time.